Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first remote counseling with Miss V. Today, we're going to talk about anxiety. We're going to talk about how to find ways to ground ourselves and to calm ourselves down, and practice some breathing techniques together. So, let's first talk about like what anxiety actually is. So, anxiety is basically this feeling of worry. It's more of an uncertainty of what's going to happen, and the nervousness that comes along with it, which is a very like normal feeling in general and especially right now. And anxiety can come about in different ways. So some people, when they feel anxious, they have a hard time like getting a good breath in. Some people have a hard time like calming their mind down. Like their mind can be going through a lot of different scenarios. It can also come out and make you feel like bad. It can make your stomach hurt. It can make your head hurt. It can make your chest hurt. um, it also could just be the feeling like you want to cry and you're not sure like why you want to. You could feel like you have to keep moving, like there's just a lot of energy and you need to get it out somehow. And to get rid of all this energy, we use one of our coping skills. So some people really like to draw, and you can draw and do some deep breaths and calm yourself down. You can listen to music, you can play a game, you can be like me, you go for a run or you do some yoga. Maybe I read a book and I kind of give my mind and like my body something else to focus my energy on instead of all the worry that I have like going around in my head. Um, so one of the ways that we can do this that we practice in my office is we do like bubble breathing. And I know some of you have seen this where we watch the bubble and it gets really, really big and then it gets really, really small. And we have to work on breathing in through our nose really deeply, holding it for a couple seconds, and then breathing out through our mouth for the same amount. So when we're doing this, we want to make sure that we're taking a deep breath and not a shallow breath. A shallow breath would be like you're trying to smell something, and a deep breath is kind of like a prolonged like opening everything up. So a shallow breath would be like that's not helpful. We don't want that one. We want one that's going to be more opening to us. So there's like the two different kind of breaths. So we want a longer breath, we want the second one. So as I do this, I'm just going to count to 5 on my fingers, and that'll be the breathe in. And then I'm going to count to 3 on my fingers, that's the hold. And I'm going to count to 5 on my fingers, and that's the exhale, where we go out through our mouth like we're blowing out our birthday candles. So you don't want to do like a short one. You want to really like get all your breath out. Okay, so we're just going to do it all together. So good. So if that is not enough breath for you, you can add on to it if you want to, or you can take away if it's too much. So what I want to do now is do 2 more together back to back in a cycle. So we're going to breathe in through 5, 3, out for 5. Okay, so good. It's too easy, and you wanted to do something a little bit more challenging, I had to shift around so you could see me. Um, we can do a separate part breath where we're going to try to fill up all the different parts of our upper body. So the first part is our stomach. So you're going to grab your hands and just put them on top of your stomach, and you want to get your stomach to be big like a balloon. So the point is to not move our shoulders or our rib cage and just our stomach. So you're going to breathe in through your nose and just try to get this whole like big belly breath. So as I'm breathing out, I want to get my stomach to like constrict into itself. So you can do that for a couple of times and just practice. But then we're going to move to our ribs. So you're going to put your hands on your rib cage, just like this. And you're going to try to breathe in and get your sides to expand and then go back in. So good. So same idea. And the last part is our collarbones. So you're going to put your hand on your chest, up by your collarbones, and you're going to try to get your chest to go up and then down. So good. A lot of times people like to breathe only into their chest, and that's only a very small part of our lungs. So it's important to try to get like all of our breath into our body, and it kind of is like a mindful, like difficult thing to do. So I want to step it up a notch with you guys and put them all together. But if you need to keep practicing this, you can always just go back and keep doing the basic stuff over and over again. And then once you feel like you really have a handle on that, then you can move on to this next step, which is putting them all together and kind of going through a flow of itself. You're going to put one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. And we're going to try to get from our stomach to our ribs to our collarbones. And then we're going to go from our collarbones to our ribs to our stomach. All right, so we'll try to do this all together. So, to my ribs, to my chest, and then my chest, to my ribs, to my stomach. And try to just get all down. So, up and then back down. And I know this is hard, but the more you practice it, the better you're going to be. And the cool thing about your breath is you can practice it whenever, before you're going to bed, when you wake up in the morning, if you need a break from your work. And it can just be a quick, like 30 seconds to check in with yourself. And then you can move on to your next thing. There are some other like tricks we can do and like different activities to use mindfulness. If you're more of like a visual person and you want to actually see what's going on, or you need something to like keep you on track and you don't have an app or like me counting with you, one of the things I like to do is a figure eight. So you get a piece of paper and you make an eight that looks like this. So one of the ones that you do the figure eight, not like the two snowmen. And you grab a pen or a pencil or a color pencil and you go on the top. And then as I breathe in, I'm going to follow the eight to the bottom. And then I breathe out, I'm going to go back up to the top. So I just go. All right, so I like to do this with different colors because then it becomes more of a like an artistic expression too. But it can work with just a pen or a pencil or anything. So we'll do it, and I'll just go. Okay, and I like to do this 8 times, figure eight 8 times, and I think after that I'm usually able to kind of reevaluate what's going on and take a minute for myself. Another trick we get to do is if you don't have a piece of paper on you or you don't have like you're out and about and you don't have the time to like close your eyes or like focus on something, this can be done when you're anywhere. You could be reading a book, you could be watching TV, you could be at the dinner table. You just take your hand and you take your pointer finger and you go up on an inhale, down on an exhale. Okay? And it's just a flow. So I just go. So I was going very slow there. I don't want to go too fast. You also want to keep making sure you have that deep breath and you're not doing those shallow ones because those deep ones are going to be able to be the thing to calm you down. The shallow ones are it's going to be too like cutting. So why do we do these things? We do them because they make us feel better when we're feeling anxious. And also it's a way to practice being mindful. And being mindful means to be present in the moment. So everything that we do has the potential to be a mindful action. So breathing, we do every day, all day long, and we don't even notice that we're doing it by slowing down and really thinking about the breath and thinking about how many seconds we're taking to breathe in and to think about what it feels like to breathe out and to feel like the different parts of our stomach like constrict. That's what makes it a mindful breath. So we're actually paying attention to what we're doing. The same thing be done for any activity. If you're drawing, to really think about how you're drawing and what does the pencil feel like on the paper? What do the colors look like together? As I'm drinking my coffee, like, am I just drinking my coffee, like, and not noticing it? Or am I really like understanding like how it tastes? Like, is it making me feel warm? Is it too hot? Is it, how does my cup feel? Does my cup have a certain like rough spot to it? Is it cold? Things like that. When we take a minute and slow down and realize what's going on around us and what's going on like in our present moment, it gives our brain a break and a chance to not think about what's happening next week, what's happening tomorrow, what's happening with my schoolwork, what's happening with my family, what's happening outside. Like, it gives us a minute to just kind of be okay where we are right now, which is important all the time, but especially right now when so much is not for certain and we're trying to just figure it out like day by day, week by week. So, if you made it this far, congratulations. You've made it through my first remote counseling session. I do apologize. This is literally the first time I've used YouTube or iMovie, so I had a hard time figuring out how it all worked. I promise I'll get better at it. But I hope that some of the things that we did today were helpful at least. And if you have any questions or if you need to reach out to me, you know that I'm available through our Teams app or I'm through my Google number. You can email me anything because I'm still here for you guys, even though we're not in the same building. That doesn't mean I'm not still thinking about you and caring about you, and I just can't wait to see you guys again soon. So that's it for today. Be well. I hope you have a really good rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you guys all soon.